we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go. Calm. Great.
Now Jones. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he's got room. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on first down. The Falcons at 8-4 now in the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. When you look at this defense, they enter play one from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost...
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at the 45. Now after the INT, it's Carr. His throw incomplete.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength in brawn, it's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Carr.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 9 here.
Again, it's Carr.
Completes to Shakir once again. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Jerry Jeudy,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Buccaneers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do now. The key, holding on to that attitude because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Here we go, hey.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now a play fake. Carr. And this one is incomplete.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Out quickly to Jeudy.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Now Carr.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
These two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. On second down, Mostert.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
After one, it's 9-0. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Why shift the crew? Other side, other side.
Throwing, Jones. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
At the Buccaneers' 23-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, no matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now Carr. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Swings this out for Hunt. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
You're mine.
On play action, it's Carr. Finding Shakir across the formation. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Khalil Shakir, 45 yards. And the Bucs are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Falcons, nothing. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 59 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Jameson Williams, 28 yards. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's good, and that cuts it to 9 at 16-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
A gain of 34 yards. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Touchdown! 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Hopkins with the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Falcons 7. Dustin Hopkins.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Okay, here we go.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
South salad, South salad, South salad, South salad. Detroit Johnson, Detroit Johnson.
Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here we go, hey.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers.
To throw again. Jones. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. Pettis now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember that 1st half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that 1st half.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards there, and a Buccaneer 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
25 yards that time. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Carr to throw again.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Carr going to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Carr. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up second.
From the 25 on second down. Jones on the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Third down.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Great. Ladybug. Detroit.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Falcons 7. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they can... Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Carr. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Paris Campbell his first touchdown on the year.
And the Buccaneers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Open man is Goddard, the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Throwing now is Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Bucs add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The return is Jones from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this 4th quarter.
10 yards on the pickup.
Now Jones.
He's got the rookie from Tennessee, Jalen Hyatt.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Gold gutter, gold gutter, gold.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And they're going to speed things up here.
1 yard gain.
Jones now. Off play action.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Down the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's into the clear. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
56.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Jones throwing on 1st down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football back at their own 17. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Joe Tryon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And my goodness, another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
White Monday down. What's up?
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.